I'm Abby Lovett, and I'm currently the assistant principal at a high school in the South Bronx called Bronx Design and Construction Academy. I've been in education for about 13 years, and my start was in an education service district in Eugene, Oregon, actually. And then I spent 2 years there and then joined Teach for America, and then started teaching. Sorry, I was just waiting for some response. But I taught for about 8 years, was an IEP teacher, middle school, self-contained 1211. I worked for the network for about a year and a half, and then I had the opportunity to join a new school project, which was opening BDCA. We currently are in the Alfred E. Smith campus, and we refurbished their shops and kind of reinvigorated the CTE trades. So our school offers the construction trades and architecture, and that's what I'm doing now. Earlier, Corinne said, and I didn't know that Carmen says that the answer's in the room. I'm glad you repeated that a couple times, because now I'm going to use it. I think it's true in our classrooms. Like, I don't think we leverage the capacity of our own students enough to carry the work forward for us, because we shouldn't be stressed out overworking ourselves. They have all of the answers, right? They have the answers for what's going to make inclusion work in your building. They have the answers for what it means and what it sounds like to get some of the things that Michelle was talking about. And I'm just to summarize kind of what we've all been talking about. There are some through lines, which are, we've all talked about relationships or culture that we had with someone, right? Which is really, really important, and everyone here knows that, which is why you're all here. We've all talked to some degree about autonomy, either feeling autonomous ourselves or being able to promote that. And we've also talked about like someone finally setting like a rigorous expectation for us, that we were able to rise to some type of a challenge, whether it be peer mediation, whether it be mentoring through to finally get to college. And I think those three things are really important for students. They're also really important for adults. And so if leaders are making sure that their teachers and paras and everyone working within their building feel those three things, and we as teachers and educators are making sure that our students feel those things, I think you can really start to get some good work done. I did not realize that there's basically a 1211 crew sitting up here, because my story is very similar. I was in special ed when I was in second grade for reading, the pigeons and eagles group kind of thing, where you know you're a pigeon and you're not reading on grade level. The other group's called the eagles. So, real awkward. Because kids know, right? You guys know.
Yeah.
So, I was pulled out. I went to school in Portland, Oregon, and I think I was really lucky because Portland has a very inclusive model and way of looking at education, or did. Now Portland's kind of in trouble. So I was pulled out of class, and because I missed a lot of core classes as I moved up into 4th and 5th grade, I started acting out. So when I got to middle school, what my classrooms looked like were more like a 12 to 1 to 1 setting. And it wasn't for the whole day, so I was there. I was in communications classes, which were supposed to teach us how to communicate with each other. But you know, like everyone in my class in 6th grade was smoking cigarettes and skipping school. So I don't know what we were communicating. It was pretty dangerous. And then when I was in 7th grade, my core ELA teacher, because by then I had, I was close enough to grade level, I was reading and I could participate in the ELA class. She started a mentorship reading program with an elementary school that was really near our middle school. And she essentially, I mean, through working with me and just seeing my behaviors, kind of like Michelle, knew that I really needed to be motivated, and there was leadership capacity within me. It just wasn't being activated. I was really bored. I was misplaced into a class that I shouldn't be sitting in. And so I started learning how to be kind of a mentor to 4th and 5th graders, going to the school during my self-contained time, and starting reading groups. And then I was allowed to ask like 3 or 4 other kids to join, and she really coached me and helped me write my own lesson plans. Like, I mean, I was in 6th grade, 7th grade, but I was able to just establish and start developing a sense of autonomy, which is super powerful because I became in control of the decisions and the types of things that I was doing. So went through high school, was in regular ed classes. I went to a CTE high school, which is why I'm so passionate about the CTE high school I run. I was an architecture and automotive major. That was really helpful. And through high school, I had a lot more leadership opportunities and became student body vice president and really felt more motivated, and ever since then have kind of just been moving forward. But I wonder if the three of us were in a class one day, what might have happened. I also had some suspensions and other things. But anyways, the way I see inclusion working in my school right now, I mean, we have our decertification rates are great. I mean, we're only 9th, 10th, and 11th grade right now because we're rolling up. But we have 13 kids with IEPs in 11th grade, 45 in 10th grade, and 65 to 70 in 9th grade. So you can see that as they move up, they become independent. And I think that that's a really great feeling. Yeah, I would just say that inclusion is a feeling, right? We know what it feels like to be included, whether it be in our family groups, our friend groups. So let that marinate next time you feel included, and think about, like, what does this sound like? What does this feel like? What does it look like to be included? And those are the types of things that we need to start teaching and rolling out and modeling in our classrooms so that it feels that way in our classroom, or it feels that way in our school.
Yeah, thank you.